Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Chronicles and Beyond. So I am back with another video. Today, and this video is going to be a continuation of a video that I uploaded, which is titled Embracing the Seasons of Life. Let's chat. So I uploaded that video and I'm going to be continuing with the chit chat conversation that I was having with you guys in the other video, where I'm just kind of sitting down and reflecting on the year 2018, the challenges that I faced, the lessons that I've learned, the revelations that I got. And I did tell you guys in the previous video that that I got a very strong revelation as I was reading up on the story of Sarah and Abraham in the Bible, and I wish to share with you guys the story, and I wish to share with you guys the revelation and the lesson that I learned, because this is one lesson that I learned from the story that really changed my perception on life, that really made me want to remain true to my goals, remain true to my dreams and God's purpose over my life. This is one revelation that I got that made me realize the danger of trying to take a shortcut. When you know where the destination is and when you know what your goals are, but trying to find a shortcut to get there quicker and to get there without any further challenges. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys these lessons, and I hope that it can mean to you guys as much as it means to me. So guys, if you haven't watched the first video that I'm talking about, please do watch the video first and then you can watch this video. But if you are returning, thank you so much. So let's get right straight into the video. So the story of Abraham and Sarah is quite a common story in the Bible. I'm sure that if you are Christian, at least you know of a person called Abraham, and if you know of a woman called Sarah, and you know that there was a man who was very much blessed and he was rich, and he had a wife who couldn't bear him children for the longest time. So as I am on this journey of finding my identity in Christ and finding myself in Christ, I realized that there's so many Bible stories that I knew, that were taught to me, that were made. I was forced to remember the Bible stories as a young Christian in the church, as a child growing up in Sunday school, but they didn't mean anything to me. They were just stories, they were just Bible stories. But as you grow up, you start to kind of relate to the characters in the Bible. You start to kind of see yourself in the face of those people. You kind of start to see Bible stories as warnings, as precautions. You start to get so much, wisdom from stories in the Bible, and that's exactly what happened to me as I was reading upon the story of Abraham and Sarah. And before I share with you guys the one strong lesson that I got from this story, I'm just going to quickly read an extract from the Bible, which is Genesis 16 verse 1 and 2, and it reads as follows. It says, "Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian slave named Hagar. So she said to Abraham, 'The Lord has kept me from having children. Go sleep with my slave. Perhaps I can build a family through her.'" So Sarah was unable to give Abraham, her husband, children for such a long time. And I'm sure she sat down and she was like, okay, I'm a wife and I need to have a family and I need to give my husband children. But I've been trying for so long and I've been waiting on the Lord. I think I must come up with a plan to speed up the process, because we're running out of time. So what Sarah did, she thought of her maid Hagar, and she asked her husband to sleep with the Hagar so that Abraham can have a child through Hagar, and the wish of any man to have a child would be fulfilled. You understand? The wish of a husband will be fulfilled, just not through her, but through another woman. But at the end of the day, he will have a child. So you can realize that just like with a lot of us, sometimes you get tired of waiting upon the Lord. You get tired of remaining true to your purpose. You get tired of waiting. Waiting is not good. Waiting is not nice. And when we get tired of waiting, we start cheat on our dreams. We start to cheat on our goals. We start to come up with contrary plans, and that is exactly what Sarai did. She asked her husband to sleep with another woman so that he can conceive through the woman. And I saw myself through Sarai, because this is one thing that I've been tempted to do for the longest time. I felt like my dreams are delayed, my dreams are unattainable, my dreams are taking long. Maybe there is something else that I can do, to kind of speed up the process. Maybe there's something else. Maybe this is not the right dream for me. Maybe this thing that I want is too big for God to give to me. You understand? And it's all good. You can do that, but look at what happened to Sarai after Abraham conceived a child through Hagar, and they had a child through Ishmael. If you read upon that story, you'll realize that Hagar started to despise Sarah. Hagar started to look down upon Sarah because she couldn't have children. And now Sarah was like, you know what, this woman must go and stuff like that. This woman took my husband. This woman is looking down upon me and stuff like that. And that's when I started to realize that the problem with what Sarai did was the fact that she thought she was coming up with a better way of doing things. She thought she was taking the shortcut out. She didn't have to give birth to a child to Abraham in order to please him. She got someone else to do it for her. But the problem now was the fact that Hagar started looking down upon Sarai. She gave away her position. Sarai gave away her position to Hagar. She gave away her authority. She gave away her queenship, if that is a word, you understand, by not being patient enough. So I realized, when I link it with my own self, it's the fact that I realized that if I give up on my dreams, if I give up on my goals, if I take the shortcut out, I might be complicating things even further. I might be giving, other people a position that rightfully belongs to me, or a position that was designed for me by God. You understand? But at the end of the day, and at the end of the whole story of Abraham and Sarah, God was faithful. God gave Sarah a child, even beyond childbearing age. God gave Sarah was it Israel? Yeah, I think it's Israel. So sometimes you need to also learn that God does remain faithful to his word, even though we don't remain trusting him. Because obviously Sarai stopped trusting in God, at that particular moment when she gave Abraham the right to sleep with her slave. And also, if you read in the Bible, Sarah started blaming Abraham for what he did, but she is the one who said he must go sleep with her guy. And that is the problem. Sometimes if you cheat on your goals, if you take the shortcut out, if you don't remain true to your purpose in life, no matter how difficult it becomes, you start blaming people around. You understand? You start blaming people even though you gave them a position that was rightfully meant for you. I was like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to blame other people. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be looked down upon. You understand? So that is one thing that made me feel like I want to remain true to my goals, and I want to remain true to my dreams. And one other very important thing that I need us to highlight is the fact that when Sarai said to Abraham, I want you to go sleep with Hagar and have a child with Hagar, she didn't say that I am a barren woman. She said, the Lord has kept me from bearing children. The Lord has delayed me from having children. So we must always be in a position where we can differentiate between delays and permanent things. Some things are meant to be delays. They are not meant to be permanent things. What was happening in Sarai's life was a delay. She was not barren. And I think she knew she was not barren because she did not say that I am a barren woman, therefore go sleep with another woman. She said, the Lord has kept me. The Lord has delayed me from having children. So the issue with Sarai, it's not that the Lord has said that she won't have children. The issue was that she couldn't wait on the Lord. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like as young people, when we go through challenges, when we go through failures, when we go through separations, we use those challenges and tribulations and all the bad things in our lives to define us. We see ourselves through the challenges. When you don't have money at a certain point, you say, I am poor. You don't say, I don't have money now. You say, I am a poor person. When you fail a test, you say, I am a failure. You define yourself. You see yourself through the eyes of that thing. You understand? You say, I am unlovable. You say, I am ugly. Such things. Don't use temporary situations. Don't use delays to define yourself. Don't use challenges to define yourself. And that is one very, very important lesson that I learned from Sarai, that even though she was going through the most, even though she was going through not having the ability to bear children at that particular time, she never said, I am barren. Always know that people can give up on you. People can call you a failure. Your parents can call you a failure. Your friends can call you a failure. People that you trust on, people that you depend on can call you a failure. They can call you poor, but don't say that to yourself. It is okay if the world throws in the towel for you. It is okay if people, write you off, but don't write yourself off. Be like Sarai. Say, I have been delayed. Do not say that I am barren. Say that I failed this test. Don't say I am a failure. So guys, let us engage further on this topic in the comment section. If you have anything to add from my version or my interpretation of the story of Abraham and Sarah, please be free to share it with me. Have you ever felt delayed in your life? Have you ever felt like you are tired of waiting? Have you ever thought of taking a shortcut? What kept you from doing that? If you do you have any regrets? Let's just engage. I'm opening up a positive platform for us to talk about everything that I have shared with you guys in this video. I hope you guys appreciate this video, and I hope that even if you don't agree with everything, at least you learned one thing. At least you took out just one thing. And I love to hear from you guys. I love your feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching. So I will be uploading more videos this week, which will not be faith videos. They won't be chit chat type of videos, but there will be other fun things that I will try to implement on this channel, and we'll see how it goes. But until my next video, I love you guys so much.